Yo, as of right now, I'm up 450 in this trade, and I'm waiting to get funded. I need to be up 8,000 on this account, so basically I need to be up 108,000. A few more dollars there, but y'all can see a little bit of the move here. That's the first stage. That's stage 1 right there. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? So we have, I hope these weren't connected. Y'all can hear me, right? Tight. All right, bet. So we have a market breakdown, or really just a trade overview, trade recap. I had a trade last night, nice little trade, and I'm always about sharing the information, all about sharing everything onto this YouTube as I can, so I can just deliver value, information, anything that can help you guys prepare for it, as well as myself. This helps me as well. So to not make this too long, let's get straight into it. So this is the move. Nothing crazy, honestly. Nothing crazy. Do y'all want the profits first, or do y'all want like the breakdown of how or why I got in, stuff like that? Let's start with the profits. Let's start with the profits, man. So with this account, my personal account, we close it. So as y'all can see, no effort. We're just full transparency. So we made around 500, ended up netting 494. Man. So has that been the best trade since going full time? No, second best trade. Second most profitable trade. I forgot I made 570, almost 600 last week. But yeah, ended up making, let's call it 500. Then with the other account, I'm not able to show it. So the other account was funded. I can show y'all this at least. Let me go here. So the other one was a funded. Yeah, I'm not able to show you guys, but the account was at 108,000. So I've officially passed phase 1. Cool. So now we're on phase 2, where I have to make 5%. First stage was 8%. This stage is 5%. 8% of 100,000. That was the 8,000, which I've made. And now we're on the second stage. That was a cool little trade to, like, in that phase 1. But I have a lot of things coming ahead, things that I'm planning for the future in terms of YouTube, as well as just trading, and how I'm going to get myself from where I am now, where I'm grateful, blessed to be at my parents' home. I don't have to pay rent or anything like that, and I'm able to go full time. But to be able to transform my situation from where I am now to what y'all will see in a year from now. I'll put it that way. It's gonna be a different me, different places, different content, different stuff a year from now. These are just the building blocks, the steps to getting there. Let's see. What was I about to say? So let me go back to, let me show y'all the details. So y'all see it, 100,000. No, I thought I would be able to show y'all. Dang it, that's tough. But it was 800. God dang, 8,000. What am I talking about? 8,000 that I profited 4 days. Everything was check marks. I really wish I took a screenshot, but we move forward. Now on to the move itself. Let me do it on the Trade Locker platform. So as y'all can see, it's starting to come back down, which is why I got out at that certain point for both accounts. I held the personal just a little bit longer, but I got out at a good time, I would say, to secure the 500. But basically, if I were to start off on the daily. All right, so daily right now, or for the past 2 weeks, this has been a very difficult period to break down, I would say, for me at least. I've been trying my best to break it down as best as possible on UJ. UJ typically gives me some pretty nice price. UJ is one of my best pairs underneath gold. So this is very abnormal to see price kind of in this weird situation. But despite that, I saw the signs and it just gave me an opportunity to get in. And what I did was take advantage of it, simply as that. So on the daily, real quick, it is bullish, and I say it's bullish because of certain signs. Higher low, major thing, higher low. Also notice that, let's see, we have this long-term trend line, so I expect the price to head up there at a certain point. I didn't know exactly when, but I knew it was gonna try to make its way back up there. Overall though, on the weekly, I believe we're bearish based off previous price, but at the same time we are at this long-term area of support. So it's just really keeping mind of every single detail. So I'm looking at gold, and I might get into a position today, tonight, tomorrow, something like that. But it's paying attention to every single thing, because you may be paying attention to one thing, such as like a trend line break, or paying attention to this overall bearish trend line or something like that, and may think it's bearish, or also looking at the previous sense of price, how price has been moving bearish lately. But you have to pay attention to the higher time frames. On the daily, on the weekly, noticing that we have these key areas of support and resistance, or what I would call a magnet zone, where price will constantly come back down, hit it and reverse, or hit it, fluctuate, and then continue down or up depending on the direction. But based off what we're seeing, we do have the area of support, long-term area of support as well, right here. Support here. You have the higher low. We have the moving average slowly, you know, making that scoop, like it's scooping some ice cream tight, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to scoop something, as well as the 21 moving average. I have the 50 and 21. So slowly transitioning. We have an area of resistance. What did it do? It broke above, following the higher low, also creating a shift of structure, should I say. So higher low, like I said, broke resistance. Resistance is the ceiling. Notice how it failed to break above, failed to break above. What did it do? Broke above and came down. So where did I get in exactly? I came in where price pulled back at. So when the market moves, how the market moves really is in whatever direction it goes. It doesn't take a straight shot there, right? It's not a rocket ship. It takes, you know, slow spurts. You have a spurt, then it comes down a little bit, spurt, then it come down a little bit, spurt, come down a little bit, and it may fluctuate, come down, and then keep going. But it's all in the trajectory of the direction of where we're going. But it will take its time, and it will make pullbacks. So this is a major pullback from up here all the way down here. That's a pretty major pullback. I think I talked about this yesterday, but there's like I think it's further than a 50%. Yeah, so 0.618% on the fib. The fib is a tool that I use just to measure the retracement, or measure the pullback, or how far price has pulled back after making a move like such. So after it made that pullback, also didn't forget that we were already at this former area of resistance. So I want to pay attention to where we are, where we're coming back into, and that's where I really scaled down. So noticing that we have all of these other things on the higher time frames matching up with what we're seeing on the lower time frames, and that's where we go even lower to try to find our entry zones. So this is where I went to the hourly and the 30-minute, just trying to craft the best entry as possible based off the opportunity that was given to me. So here, as you can see, after the pullback, this is where I was really looking on the hourly 30-minute. So first thing I see is pretty much this entire area right here. I want to say, let me put it like here, where it found an area of support, the floor. Resistance is the ceiling and support is the floor, and it failed to break below it. That's a pretty good floor right there. Whoever did that, y'all did y'all thing. But notice how we have this support, tried to break below it, and it seemed like it did, but it closed above, tried it again, closed above, and it kept trying it again, closed above, and it kept closing above. Signs. We're paying attention to those little signs such as that. Then we extend that across. Notice that it tried to break below again. What did it do? Respect it again. So this is where I went even lower, just to track whether price will continue to respect that area of support. Will it break resistance? Will it respect resistance? Just looking at every single aspect of this. So after noticing that it did respect the support, I drew this internal area of resistance. So an internal area of resistance is just what I say because it's on the smaller time frames rather than the 4 hour or something like that. So 30-minute, I just extended this area of resistance across, and what did I notice? Price broke above it, meaning that we have a high sense of demand on the buyer side. So due to that fact, I was heavily looking into buys. Now let me think, because I got to think, where the heck did I get in? Because this was, let me see. Where the heck did I get in, bro? Today, last night, because I remember I got in on a buy limit. I remember getting in on a buy limit, and I think I was on the 5-minute. I was. So noticing that it broke that area of resistance, and I think we were all the way over here. Yes. Okay, I got it now. I'm like, where was I? Okay, so this was last night at around 2-ish, something like that. But I remember just tracking it, noticing that we pretty much broke this area of resistance. We have higher lows on the smaller time frames, cool signs that were going bullish. And what did it do? It officially broke out of this entire range, entire zone right here. It broke out of it. See it clear as day. It broke out of it. And you can see it a little more clearly on the 15-minute time frames, the 30-minute time frames. But like all of this right here, that's a clear break. That's clean right there. Something that I was looking for to cement that we were going to the upside. So after we did get that break, like I always say, waiting for the pullback, waiting on the discount. And that's what I did. I waited for price to pull back. But like I said, I got in with a buy limit. And what a buy limit is, and I placed it actually right here. So a buy limit is basically where the trade, it pretty much executes or gets in the trade by itself based on where I want price to, where price hits. So what I did was I set it up right here. I said that I want to execute the trade. I want to get in the trade. I want it to be automatically executed if it comes back to this area right here. And why did I choose this area? Well, simply because it broke out of it, and this was a previous high. So I expected it to come back into this zone. I'm wrong. I think it was up here. I think I placed it up here. Based off here. And what am I doing? I could just look right here. So my 145, 031, 031. Yeah, so it was right here. My apologies. It was right there. So I placed that buy limit. Took a shower, right? Placed the buy limit, and I placed it here based off these highs being broken, I expect the price to come back down to it. I didn't want to come too low because I was a little iffy as to how far it will pull back. So that's why I did the highest high, basically, based off the higher time frames as well. You can pretty much see it on the higher time frames. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's do that. Place the limit. Price hit it, and I saw it for like 5 minutes. I saw that it hit it, and I was like, okay, cool. I went to bed right after that. It did its thing, to say the least. It did its thing. I barely experienced any drawdown. Even if I did, I was asleep the entire time. So I woke up at the right time too, because as soon as I woke up, I was like $100 away from finishing stage 1 with the funded. So that's cool. That's cool. Very important to understand where we are. Very important to really look at every detail, like I said, on the higher time frames, on the lower time frames, to get the best entry. But not only that, you want to make sure you get out at the right time. If I was still in this trade, I would have lost more than half of my profits. So why exactly did I get out at that point? Why was I skeptical at that point? Well, as you can see, I already have this point marked up. This was a key area of support / resistance. We have a lot of support right here. Let me go to the 4-hour actually. So as y'all can see a little further, a little bit of support being played right here. We have a resistance area. Even respected it here before going to the upside. We have temporary area of support, resistance, broke above, and pretty much respected it again. Now, my TP, it was basically, because overall I was really bullish on this, so I was looking at something a little higher like this, but like I said, just paying attention to where we are. So basically my TP1 was here, and then TP2 was here. TP1 was based off seeing all of these areas that were respecting it. TP2 was based on being just a little more optimistic, trying to extend our profits a little bit more, and also just targeting another magnet zone. But due to just seeing how price was right here, and also just because I reached the stage 2 or surpassed what I need to make on the stage 1, I just got out. And then with my funded, I felt that 500 was pretty good for me. I didn't feel the need to get 600 or 700. 500 is cool. And one day, I'm good. Let me think. Back when I was working, right? I would get paid like $180 a day. $180 a day. I made 500 in a night while sleeping. And the trade was executed by itself. I didn't have to even touch buy or sell. It was a hands-off type of trade. Fell asleep, woke up, profit type of thing. They always say it's the hardest way to make easy money. I swear it is. But yeah, that's the breakdown. I tried to attach some of the videos, just the videos of me in profit, videos of me waking up, seeing the profit, just like, damn, okay. Because I had a dream last night. I literally had a dream last night that I lost the trade. So I woke up thinking, dang, that's tough. I lost. And then seeing me in profit, I'm like, whoa. It's crazy how dreams just deceive you sometimes. But appreciate y'all for watching. Yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all want to work with me? Y'all want to say something? Say what's up? Follow me on Instagram. Whatever. Let me know. Talk to me. Catch you on the next video. There it is. Yo, I'm not lying. This is my first time passing stage 1 with top tier. First time, bro. And I've had so many challenges. Crazy. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's get to it, man. Job's not finished. Job is not finished.